All right, guys, good morning. We're going to go ahead and get started with math because I know there was quite a few of you guys who have missing work that you still need to complete. So I want to make sure I give them enough time to do that. So we are working on lesson 13-3. So I'm going to go ahead and play that video for you now.
Look at the $1 bill. You can see the front and the back of it. There is a $1 coin too. What is the value of the dollar bill? It is worth $1. What is the value of the dollar coin? It is also worth $1. Show $1 another way. What coins do you see?
What coins do you see, guys? You guys can unmute. What are some coins you see in this picture?
Dime, quarter,
Okay.
coin.
One more. What?
Well, coin.
You said I heard dime and I heard quarter. We're missing one.
A nickel.
Very good. A nickel.
There are 3 quarters, 2 dimes, and 1 nickel. Let's count on to find the value of the coins. Start with the quarters. 25, 50, 75 cents. Now let's count on by dimes. 85, 95 cents. Now let's count on the nickel. 100 cents. $1 equals 100 cents. Could you trade these 6 coins for a dollar bill? Yes, the 6 coins have a value of 100 cents. 100 cents is the same as $1. Write $1. To write $1, begin with the dollar sign. You write a decimal point to separate the dollar from the cents. This says $1. Now you know different ways to show and write $1.
All right, we have not worked in breakout rooms in a while, so I'm going to give you guys that opportunity today. Now, in your breakout rooms, you need to stay on task. In your breakout rooms, you need to stay on task. I'm going to have one person in the breakout room who will be your breakout room leader. They are going to share their screen. They're going to show you the work. And then you guys are going to be doing the work either on a separate sheet of paper or in your math workbook if you have your math workbook. Your breakout room leaders will tell you guys, okay, guys, who wants to share next? Everyone should be sharing in one way, one form or another. I would like you guys to unmute, not just type it in the chat. If you want to type in the chat, you can. But if you're being called on, so let's say that Billy and Sarah are in my group and it's Billy's turn. And it's like, okay, Billy, how many pennies equal $1? And then Billy doesn't know the answer and it's not Sarah's turn. Sarah can type it in the chat and then Billy can read it and say, oh, okay, Sarah, help me out. It's 100 pennies. Okay, good job. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to do in your breakout rooms. Okay, I'm going to do reteaching for you and you're going to do practice in your breakout rooms. A dollar bill is equal to 100 cents. Remember to use a dollar sign and decimal point. Remember to use a dollar sign and decimal point when you write $1. So 100 pennies equals $1. So 100 cents is equal to $1. And the way that you do $1 is, so we already talked about cents. When you're writing cents, you make like a C and then you do like a sideways across, a diagonal across. For dollar, you're going to make an S and then you're going to put a line through it. And then you would write the how many dollars there are, the decimal point, which is that dot, and then how many cents there are. Okay. Now circle coins to show $1. write the number of coins. Okay, so this is 10, right? Now I'm going to do touch math. You can also skip count. I like to use touch math because I know that dimes are equal to 2 dots, which is 10 cents. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. I know 100 cents is equal to $1. So how many dimes did I just count to get to $1? So let's say I'm in a breakout room. Okay. Okay, someone in my breakout room, go ahead and share how many times gets to $1. Okay, let's count together, guys. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many times did we count, breakout room?
10.
Thank you, Nicholas. 10. Good job. All right. This next one is going to be quarters. Now, I already know the answer, but let's do our touch math so we can practice touch math. Ready? Okay. How many dots does a quarter get?
5.
Very good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So I needed to use this many quarters. Breakout room, how many quarters is that?
4.
4. Good job, breakout room. All right, now let's do the next one. This one, we don't do touch math because it's just how many? This $50 is worth how many cents?
50.
50. How many 50 cents do we need to get to $1? How many 50-cent $50 do we need to get to $1? 2. Because it's all $50.
2.
Very good.
2.5.
Good job, breakout room. All right, guys. If you need more time on this, you can pause the video when you're watching it on YouTube. I'm going to move on to our algebra. So I'm going to erase these so I can move on. Okay, what 2 coins will make this statement true? So we know that this is a $50. What is the value of a $50, boys and girls?
50 cents.
Thank you. Very good. 50 cents. Okay, now we're going to count on to find out how much more it is to add the quarters. So 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So that would be 75.
25.
And then the dime would make it, you would do 2 dots. So we had 75, 80, 85. So we have 85. Now, what 2 coins would get us to $1? Let's see, if we used a quarter, let's see, if we did another quarter, it would be 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110. Ooh, that would be too big. So a quarter and a $50 would be too big. What if we used a dime? 85, 90, 95. Ooh, we could use a dime. So I'm going to write 10 cents here because we could use a dime for this next one. And a dime would give us 2 dots. So 85, 90, 95. So that would be 95 cents. And then what is the last one we would need?
A nickel.
A nickel, because 95 plus 5 cents would get us to 100. So we would need a nickel. And then how many dots does a nickel get? Just 1 right in the middle.
5.
So you would need a dime and a nickel to make that statement true. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What we're going to do now is I'm going to click exit. And then you guys are now going to work on your practice. And you know what? I think I can actually share my screen so that in your breakout rooms, you guys, if I share my screen, you can't work on it, but you guys can talk about it in your groups. So I just want you guys to go through the answers in your groups. And then you should be doing it on your separate sheet of paper. So what I'll do is I'm going to try and share my screen so that in your breakout rooms, you guys can just work on each of the problems together. Okay, so you guys are going to answer questions 1 through 4. 1 already gives you the answer. So you're only doing 3 questions. So what I'll do is I'm going to try and share this screen so you guys can work on it together. And then I'm going to put you guys into breakout rooms. All right, it looks like some of you guys were working on something else. We're working on 13-3 practice. 13-3 practice, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be looking towards the chat since I'm gonna pretend like you guys are all in my breakout room. And instead of asking you to unmute, I'm gonna ask you guys to put your answers in the chat, okay? So ways to show the same amount. Write each total amount and circle sets of coins that equal $1. So here in that first one, we see a $50. My breakout room friends, can you guys tell me what is the value of a $50? What value does a $50 have? Very good, Ava. 50 cents is correct. So I'm gonna just write 50. Now, for a quarter, how many we're gonna do touch math for the rest. How many dots do we need to put on a quarter? My breakout room friends, how many touch math dots does a quarter need? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Very good, Eva, 5. What about a dime, my breakout room friends? Good job, Margot. Good job, Maylee. Good job, Danica. Good job, Russell. What about a dime? How many touch math circle dots do we need? Very good, Sierra, 2.
2.
How many touch math dots does a nickel need? Just write it one time, Matthew. Just write it one time. Very good, Sierra, 1. So all of these nickels only need 1. Very good, breakout room. So what I'm gonna do now is I am going to count on. Okay, so I have 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So our total amount is 100 cents, or instead of saying 100 cents, what can we say?
$100.
$1. Very good. All right, now this one is not in order. Uh-oh, that's okay. What I'm just gonna do is we know that dimes are more than a nickel, so I'm just gonna move this 50 cents and I'm gonna put it over here. So I'm gonna move the 50 cents over here. Okay, and then you guys already told me that touch math for a dime is 2 because it's worth 10 cents. So it needs 2 dots because each dot is worth 5. And then a nickel is worth 5 cents. So you just need 1 dot. All right, let's go ahead and do that. 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So this also is worth $1. So you're going to circle all of them because it says to circle sets of coins that equal $1. So we're going to circle all of them because 50 cents, and then this is 40 cents, and this is 10 cents. 50 plus 40 equals 90 plus 10 equals $1. So here I'm going to write $1. So decimal point 0, 0. All right, Ed has these coins. So he has a $50, which we know is 50 cents. He has a dime, which we know is worth 10 cents. So let's do our touch math. And then he has actually 4 dimes. So let's do our touch math for all of these. Okay. Now, how much money does he need to make $1? So let's count on. We have 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So Ed has 90 cents. How many more cents does he need to make it to $1, which is worth 100 cents? Nobody knows the answer? Very good, Sierra. He needs 10 more cents to get to $1. Good job, Nicholas, Russell, Kayla, Maylee, Danica, Margot. Good job. All right, now we're moving on to number. Good job, Danica. Very good, Ava. Number 4, number sense. Pam has 4 coins. The coins will total 100 cents. Circle the coins that Pam has. Now, what coins could Pam have? Now, there's actually a lot of different answers you can put. So we just need to find one. There's lots of different ways. You could say, oh, well, Ms. Park, you could also do it this way. That's true. But we're just going to look for one way. So someone tell me one way that we can make 100 cents. I'm going to do my touch math so you guys can count on. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120, 125, 130, 135. So we have 135 cents, which is too much. We only need 4 coins to make $1. Very good. I see a lot of you guys saying that we should use the 4 quarters. 25, 50, 75, 100. That is how we would get to $1, the 4 quarters. All right. You guys are going to work on the digital quick check on your own now. I want to see how you guys are doing with your counting, your math counting on your own. You do not need to do touch math. If you know how to count coins really well, because maybe you work with a lot of coins, do it whatever way is best for you. Touch math is just a way to easily be able to do math. And when I say touch math, it's usually because I actually touch them with my fingers, but obviously you can't see my fingers when we do it on Zoom, which is why I use the circles. But normally I actually touch them. So I go 50, well, you can't see it obviously, but pretend like my fingers there. I will go 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. That's why I call it touch math. All right, go ahead. And what we're going to do now is we're all going to go to Savvis EasyBridge and we are going to take your digital quick check for 13-3. If you are done, you are going to stay. Well, you're not going to be done yet because I haven't even posted it. Uh-oh, wrong one. What you're going to do is after you're done, you're going to stay and you're going to work on your 5 minutes of BTBF in either addition or subtraction. The reason why is because I'm going to be letting you guys know if you have missing work. If you have absolutely no missing work, then you will be free to go. Okay. If you're an ELD student, you need to come back at 12 o'clock. And then if you are a student that needs to stay to do missing work, you have to come back at 12:45 because I'm going to help you guys with your missing work. So I just assigned your digital quick check. All students need to be working on their digital quick check right now. I just assigned it, so nobody should be doing anything else. So go ahead and go to your digital quick check, just like Danica and Ava are doing. If it's not there right now, click on assignments. Go to assignments. And it should be there. If it's not popping up, go to assignments. There we go. And then go ahead and open that up and take that. While you guys are working on your digital quick check, I'm going to be checking out who has missing work. If you need help with your digital quick check and how to get there, let me know and I will help you.